everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a weird subject, but I kind of have the need to talk about it today, and I think it might be kind of useful to a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people struggling through life, and I've been one of these people myself, struggling to actually get to the place where they want to go. For a lot of us, the pressure to actually fit in somewhere becomes unbearable, and it kind of becomes hard to actually go for what you really want without being judged by someone throughout your life. If you manage to get from place A to place B, from where you were to the place where you want to be, without anyone interfering that, or anyone discouraging you, or being like seriously criticized, you might be the only person on this planet, or you just may be extremely lucky. But for the rest of us, like going from place A to place B, especially if you want to go in a certain areas, you know, where people don't feel comfortable, and or you want to pursue a certain career that is kind of not socially acceptable, or you know, you become a person that your parents do not kind of approve of. It's a tough world out there, and the thing I learned throughout my life, and you know, I've been on this planet for 30 plus years, is that it kind of never gets easy. The world around us doesn't necessarily change throughout time, but if we pursue our passions, if we really push forward, we do. That's the only difference. It's not that the world around us changes, but we do, and we look for people that are gonna, you know, help us get from place where we are to the place where we want to be. But you know, it's tough, especially like if your parents are the ones that are not kind of, you know, helping you get to the place where you want to be, or you're a different kind of person and the world or your parents or your family doesn't approve of that. It's particularly tricky for people with different sexual orientations, or if they want to pursue a career as kind of weird one. I don't know, let's say like if you want to become a tattoo artist, and you know, your parents don't really think that that's an official, you know, kind of job. Or just people that actually, you know, want to be strippers, or they want to, you know, work in the porn industry. And, you know, like I was always thinking about how their parents feel like. For parents as well, sometimes it's really hard to actually support your child in something that you think is a mistake. But you can never know how someone truly feels inside. So if you're a person that, you know, was born on this beautiful planet with a certain kind of idea of how you want your life to look like, and if everybody around you disapproves of that, what would you do? What can you do? Okay, first thing, if you try to ignore everybody around you, you're just gonna feel worse. You know, it's like trying to actually avoid facing the reality, and the reality might be that there is no one around you supporting you. So if you kind of try to bash that, if you try to avoid that, and trust me, I know how does that feel, because I've had, when I started with my music career, I had people systematically disliking my videos just out of pure spite. And you know, like you can't put your head in the sand and avoid the fact that there are people actually out there that don't like you, or they don't like what you're doing. And you know, like in a way, if you look the world around you, most of the people out there are not doing anything. They kind of made peace with whatever their parents or society or whoever wanted from them, and you know, they have a steady job, they have a car, they have a house, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with having these things. Some people, you know, some people have a dream of having a family and having a house and having a car and going to, you know, summer holidays once a year, raising a family. And if this is your dream, you know, like you should definitely pursue it. But if this is not your dream, you know, there's gonna be a lot of people that are living this kind of life and that wasn't their dream, but they're still living it. And as you kind of, you know, pursue your goals, and when they see you succeeding or even trying to do it, it disturbs their inner peace. It's like, you know, you always wanted to be like a famous singer, and then all of a sudden, I know your neighbor becomes a famous singer, and you kind of never pursue that career because you thought you're not good enough. You know, like for most of people, that would feel like the fucking damn neighbor, you know, why did you do that? It would kind of remind them of what they wanted to do before they actually gave up. So in a way, you know, you're gonna disturb a lot of people around you, and that's all right. You know, you're gonna always have people around you that will try to compete with you. And honestly, if you look at this from another perception, perception of which you are actually inspiring those people, even though they're giving you negative feedback, to remember their own dreams. I was always saying a good competition, a good kind of sense of competition is a really good thing in the world. You know, if we would all be equal, we wouldn't be able to inspire each other. Or like famous psychologists, they were different. They were judged by other people. You know, people in the Middle Ages would lose their lives for becoming different. You know, the only thing we have to deal with is actually like getting negative feedback on Facebook, or I don't know, feeling uncomfortable on our family dinners. But imagine if you could actually lose your head because of saying, I don't know, that the earth is round. It's unbelievable, but that was actually happening in the world. So, you know, look at all these people that are upset with you being something. If you really touch them, it means that it's relevant to them. Your story is relevant to their story. So, you know, you are inspiring these people to actually look at their lives and see whether they're happy with them. Don't look at the people that are hating you as if they want something, you know, bad to happen to you. They're just, you know, you're just disturbing their inner peace. Someone said once that everybody on this planet, all the people are sleeping, they're asleep, and every time when you do something, you know, strange or what doesn't fit into their dream, you know, you kind of wake them up. So, you know, doing things that are different and that are disturbing to other people might wake them up to actually pursue their own dreams, or maybe reminds them of something they were when they were young, and, you know, it can kind of snap them out of their dream. Pursuing your dream, pursuing your passion, or pursuing your inner truth builds character. It builds character in a way when you kind of go through different things. It builds you into a person that's not so easily touched anymore. You know, if you go through the world and you meet people that dislike you, you go through negative like experience with them, and then you meet people that actually approve of you and that like you, you kind of know what feels what way. And you know, when you meet a person that, you know, kind of, you know that they would dislike you, you tend to go on this side, and it builds your character in a way that you are capable of finally making decisions for you that are in your best intentions. I remember the first couple of times when someone really disliked me, and it was a family member actually. It hurt so much. I gave up on my personal truth for a couple of years until I actually realized that this person would dislike me in any kind of behavior I had, because he just chose to dislike me altogether. Sometimes people project onto each other. What is a projection? If, for example, I don't like something about me, but I'm not capable of recognizing that trait in me, I'm gonna stick it up onto you, and then I'm gonna say, oh, look at him, he's like that. It's not me, it's him, I fucking hate him. I saw that this person was actually projecting onto me a lot of things, and a lot of, you know, their inner conflicts. And I tried, God knows I tried to solve this situation, but in the end I realized that there's no way from what side ever I would approach this person wouldn't like me, and he didn't like me, and in the end he still doesn't like me, and I make my peace with that. Sometimes throughout your life, you actually learn that you are too much for some people. I spent hours upon hours crying because this person kind of, abandoned me and didn't want me anymore in his life. And as I've said, it was a close family member. And in the end, I tried everything and I've learned that I am just too much for him. It doesn't mean that you're too much for everybody if you're too much for someone. Pursuing your inner truth and inner dreams is the most important thing you can have in your life. If you don't pursue your inner truth and your inner dreams, you're going to become a bitter person that's going to do the same thing other people are doing to you. Killing people's dreams is the worst thing that you can do. Ever since my mom died, looking at her life brought me something really, really important, a very valuable lesson that she taught me. She taught me that if you abandon your dreams, if you abandon your desires, everyone else is going to abandon you too, because a person without dreams and a person without desires is not a person at all. We talk about what are we made of often, and I think the thing that kind of makes up a human being is its dreams and desires. If we abandon them, what are we? I don't plan to live the next of whatever years of life I have trying to fit into the society. I mean, I'm gonna fit in enough to be able to live like a normal life. But if you're lucky enough and, born in countries that have a certain kind of, liberty and freedom to it, you are allowed to be everything you want to be. One of the worst moments in my life was when my mom died and I had to empty her wardrobes and to pack up her clothes. And I wanted to give it away to the charity. And as I was going through her clothes and everything, I realized 70% of her clothes was never worn. She was saving it for better days, and the better days never arrived. It hit me really strongly. I realized how life is fragile and how sometimes we don't really have much time to go. And our dreams, if you postpone them, sometimes maybe they will never come to be. And the person that you want to be might never come to be. In my head, I always have, and I think all of you have as well, if you really, really reach deep, you have a vision of a person you want to be, your best self. That best version of you shouldn't be influenced by opinions of other people. You have your vision of your best self somewhere inside, and never mind if other people approve of it or not. I always say, if people truly love you, they will accept you any way you are. If they truly care, even your parents, if they truly love you, they will of course try to protect you from things that they think are wrong. But in the end, if they see that you're really handling the situation all right, and if you prove them that whatever you're doing is for your greater good as well, if they love you, they will accept it. You just need to push forward. I always think of life as either going the way that you need to go, your way, or going, backwards. And if you try to push forward in the wrong direction, the universe, everything is going to go against you. You're going to see and you're going to ask yourself, why am I so unsuccessful? Why is life not going good? Like, what is wrong? And I know myself, when I was trying to push forward into directions that I didn't want to go to, I ended up feeling really, miserable, because I was pushing forward so much and out of my own struggle inside, because I didn't want to push forward, and then the entire world would go against me. And I was like, what the hell is happening? Sometimes you kind of have to stop for a while and think about what you really want. I mean, life is short. We live only maybe, what, 70, 80 years if we're lucky. And 20 of those years, you know, is kind of old age. 20 years we can spend in our parents' home trying to fight for what we like, and, you know, they're not allowing us. So what? We have good 40 years to actually pursue our happiness, more or less. To pursue our goals. It's you know, it's not too many years. If you delay it, you might never get a chance to do it. It's the worst, I think, for people that are kind of weird. It's the worst for people that are either homosexual, or they're polyamorous, or they're in sex industry. It's the worst for them, because these are the things like that people like to stick their traumas on. You know, these are the things that people love to project the most, especially sex. We humans, we shouldn't be like that, but we're kind of, because of the years and years of non-stop sexual repression, we became what we are today. And we're so quick to judge everybody. And we like so much when actually someone makes a mistake, I'm gonna say, he did it. It wasn't me. Because we're all afraid that, you know, we have those parts in us, and it's just most people can't accept them. That's why I love talking about relationships, love, sex, BDSM. These are the things that are so important, and people are not talking about it enough. It was a short video, this video. I don't know where, maybe it was a long one. I don't know how long have I been talking. But anyways, if you have a dream, pursue it, and don't give up. Even in the face of adversity, don't give up. It's gonna be worth it in the end. You know, in the end, when you're sitting on the field of victory and sticking up your flag up someone's ass, or just on the top of the hill, it's gonna be worth it, and you're gonna say, oh wow, look at me, I succeeded. You know, I am living the best life I can live. If we all would be living the best lives we can, the world would be a peaceful and a beautiful place. So please do. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel, and please like the video. Also consider becoming my Patreon. You know, I want to do this full time, and I want to talk about inspiring things. I want to spread out the world of freedom, of sexuality in this world, and I hope you're all gonna help me in that. That is my dream. Anyways, I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.